Folks, pooh shiesty is overcooked, okay? We done forgot we was cooking pooh shiesty, left him in the oven overnight, and now he is burnt to a crisp. It is what it is, people, but now we are hearing more and more ridiculous reactions, and one of the people who has crawled out the woodwork to speak on the situation is pooh shiesty's lawyer, or former lawyer, Brad Cohen. Now, you might remember this guy from him duly ditching pooh shiesty back at the end of April. He quickly withdrew from pooh shiesty's case. Now, once the footage came out, a lot of people started to think, yeah, probably, he probably saw that footage and dipped out and said, fuck this, okay? He said, I'll be withdrawing from the case. No implications from withdrawing from the case. I still think he has a great case. I think there's a lot of holes in it, all right? There's definitely a big old hole in pooh shiesty's head where his brain used to be, because he had to be an absolute nincompoop to go through with this. But after dropping him, okay, now pooh shiesty's former lawyer, Brad Cohen, has popped out the woodwork, okay, to trash his own credibility as a lawyer in the toilet and basically say he still thinks pooh shiesty can beat the case. I don't know if he's been paid to say this. I don't know if this is lawyer decorum. I feel like, having seen Mo Gangat pop out and just completely humiliate himself with absolute misinformation on this case, I think that lawyers do this weird humiliation ritual thing. And I see that wasteman Jayoma do it with the David case, where I think what these guys like to do is defend the indefensible. Because I think if they hop out on social media and pretend like these unwinnable cases are winnable, they pick up clients. These dumb criminals that are locked up with loads of evidence against them, they love to see a guy like this craft an absolutely ridiculous pile of lies to convince you that this case is actually beatable, when it clearly, anybody with a brain in their head can see that it's not. So I think this is completely performative and it's shameless, but it is very interesting. So let's see Brad Cohen teaching us how to ignore our eyes and our ears and our senses and say that pooh shiesty still has a case despite us seeing him commit all of the crimes on camera.
All right, let's talk pooh shiesty. Everyone has been calling me and texting me and DMing me for an update on Pooh's case, and because this alleged video came out. So let me tell you a couple things. Number one is
alleged video. No, the video of it. No, it's not alleged video. It's alleged. If there's rumors of a video that we never got to see, it's alleged. It was alleged up until it came. Now it's a video, right?
I think it's pretty nasty work that there's leaks coming from the U.S. Attorney's Office in.
We don't know if it's the U.S. Attorney's Office. Now, the rumor going around, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Look, before we get into it, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. There's just a rumor. This is just my opinion. I don't know this for a fact. This is just a rumor that's going around. But there's a rumor going around that Big 30 released this. And there's a rumor going around that I'm hearing from other people. I don't know this for sure. I'm not saying that this is true. This is just a rumor going around that Big 30 is actually telling. Because how on earth did this video that you filmed the crime happening surface and then you get a bond? Surely the video of you committing the crime makes it even harder for you to get a bond. But Big 30 got the bond. They didn't have the video. Now they got the video and Big 30's out. A lot of people think that's because he's snitching. And now the rumor that's going around is that they think that Big 30 might have actually leaked this video himself. After all, he's the only fucking person that has it. People are thinking he might have leaked this on purpose to make pooh shiesty's case so indefensible that he has to take a plea before Big 30 is forced to snitch on him. That's just a rumor. That's just a rumor going around in some people's opinion. Absolutely not based on fact. That's what's going around. But
you, just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it.
Is Brad Cohen lying when he says that he thinks it's nasty work by the state putting this out? He's got no proof of that, sir. He's got no proof. That's not ethical, sir. We've got no proof. Big 30 leaked it as well. But who had the video? I don't know. Let's keep going.
In Texas, on evidence that they feel will benefit their case. Of course, they're not leaking evidence that will not benefit their case. That's the first part of that. Now let's look at the actual video itself. It does not negate my argument, my legal argument that I made at the bond hearing of whether or not this is a kidnapping case.
This is why this is hilarious, because he's saying it's not. This doesn't negate my argument that this is not a kidnapping case. We haven't seen any proof of kidnapping. Not only is that cap, right, and he's caping, he's hoping that he picks up new clients by defending the indefensible. But it's like, if that's, why did you quit the case then? It's so easy for him to do this when he ain't on the case. He's not actually putting his reputation on the line with this case no more. He said, I'm gonna leave that shit in last week. All right, but now you defending it. I made an argument at a bond hearing. He knows this case is toxic. He's hopping out here to try and get new clients.
The legal definition for federal kidnapping, this does not meet. The benefit that they're having in this video is allegedly him getting out of a contract, which he never got out of. He never used. Nothing ever happened from it.
Because he knew that he would be in jail, because he knew he'd committed a crime on camera that only Big 30 and the feds had.
So it doesn't change my argument that this is not a federal kidnapping charge. This is not a federal case in itself because it can't come in with the Commerce Clause. They didn't prove anything with these cell phones that were allegedly used, that there had some sort of cell phone information, that they communicated something with a cell phone. That was not used. So all these different things take it out of the federal realm of charging a crime. That was my original argument. It's still my argument. Number 3 of my number 1, 2, and 3. One is that it's a dirty trick by the U.S. Attorney's Office to release evidence. Number 2 is that it still doesn't meet the definition. Number 3 in that realm of what is important in this alleged video is that it does not show Pooh with a weapon. Again, they said that
it doesn't show Pooh with a weapon.
Pooh had this AK-47, this alleged AK-47, and it doesn't show Pooh with.
It just shows him with one of his 630 gunners, his 630 gang members that he immobilized when he was going in the group chat as Michael Myers. Why didn't Brad Cohen talk about any of the other stuff that was in the paperwork, in the superseding indictment? Why didn't he talk about the Chopper Gang group chat? Because that's just... Then this is the type of lawyer to hit you with the good news, we got your payment, the bad news, you got life joint. How is this not a kidnapping when Gucci's clearly not free to leave and he has guns pointed at him? Are we watching the same video? Right? What a moron. They'll give Pooh Shiesty to
All right, let's talk Pooh Shiesty.
No, let's not. All right. So I just want to give you guys like a little bit of just backstory, just so that you guys don't think that I'm making this up, okay? And when I'm talking about rumors going around that Big 30 snitching, I don't want you to think that I'm the only person. I've just came up with this off the top of my head, okay? There's various channels, various YouTube channels going around, Big 30 exposed for snitching on Pooh Shiesty, all right? A lot of people have been basically speculating. Even a month ago, before the footage came out, all right, Big 30 is officially out. Did he snitch? All right. Now, look, I don't need to watch these videos to give you the arguments because we know exactly what the basis of this is. But as you can see, this is circulating. This is going around. A lot of people saying Big 30 is a snitch. I don't know if it's true. I do think that it's interesting that that footage came out and Big 30 is arguably the only person who's got it. Now, Whack 100 reacted. Okay. He suggested the feds might now actually expand the case and see if there's any bodies connected to people involved. After all, Pooh Shiesty did say this, all right? Pooh Shiesty, Boosie, bodies. So not only did Pooh Shiesty snitch on Boosie for being a murderer, but he snitched on himself, okay? He said, Pooh Shiesty, it might be one rapper that's got more bodies than me. That's Lil Boosie. So he said in his FDO, let's pull it up. Let me just snitch on him real quick. FDO Genius lyrics. So this is Pooh Shiesty admitting to having somebody killed from prison on FDO, okay? It says... I ain't shot nothing in like 4 years. I ain't sent a hit in 3. Okay. So he basically says he hasn't shot anyone in 4 years because he's been in jail for 4 years. He's in jail for the shooting. He sent a hit. He's had somebody hit and murdered from jail. And then he over here talking about it might be one rapper that's got more bodies than me. That's Lil Boosie. So you snitching on Boosie and also you snitching on yourself. So that's good to know. All right. And as Mr. Whack 100 is going to make it very clear, okay, he believes that Mr. Pooh Shiesty might actually have to snitch on some murders that he's got, some unsolved murders in Memphis to try and get himself out of the situation. That's the only way out. So everybody going to have to snitch in this situation. Gucci, and even the shooter going to have to snitch.
Is where the body's at. That's what they want to know. They not tripping the Gucci Mane thing. That's an open and shut dead banger. This is a Hobbs Act with special circumstances. They want to know now where the body's at. Yeah, we've been listening to these lyrics. We caught you with a couple firearms that may have some things on them. Now, where the body's at? Y'all remember This is gonna go from a Gucci Mane thing, which is very shallow right now because it's open and shut, to a RICO with mass indictments. I hate to say it, but before Christmas, it's gonna be a wave come through Memphis because they don't care about the Gucci Mane situation no more. They have all they need, more than what they need. But in order for them other six to have some amnesty, in order for his father, who will be 50 this year, to avoid going to the federal penitentiary, where everybody now knows you ratted back in '07, and will know that you gave a statement on your own son.
All right, you got to stop buying generic Viagra if y'all over 40. You can get 9 pills of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7 with free shipping from Friday Plan. If you think it's a scam like I did at first, peep this.
We want to know where the body's at.
He's saying Pooh Shiesty's dad snitched on him. So it could be Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's dad snitching on Pooh Shiesty,
And
Pooh
I'm willing
Shiesty.
to bet you.
What happened there? Pooh Shiesty snitched on a bunch of old random murders. Everybody just about to snitch their way out of this. Gucci Mane snitched on Pooh. It's insane.
Any kind of money. One, if not two, if not 3 or 4, is gonna tell them where the body's at. When you look up and you hear supersede indictment, Pooh Shiesty is ordering hits on such and such and such, you gonna know one of them chose themselves. Oh, that's a fact. Whatever baby mama ever grow up and say, Pooh Shiesty was in my DMs anyway. That he ain't for you. And what about us? Whatever one get them going, whichever one of them dudes is 23 years old, and they say, yeah, you looking at 30. What? You looking at more years than you've been living already. Unless you tell us where the body's at. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. See, what y'all don't understand is the streets are no longer in control. The streets are dominated by the patrol, the ring cameras, Tesla vehicles, the police lights in the parking lots.
We don't even need them Tesla cameras and them ring cameras. Big 30 is a one-man ring camera, bro. We might as well call him Big Ring 30, okay? Ring 30. It's ridiculous, okay? Big 30, whether or not he's snitching, he self-snitched by recording the whole thing. He a one-man ring camera, okay? He a doorbell, right? He number 30 on the block. You ringing a bell for house number 30, okay? So YSL Woody, he would give his thoughts on the footage, right? Shout out to YSL Woody. He told me I can't talk about him anymore. Not gonna happen. But this is what he said.
Man, you ain't did nothing wrong, man. You ain't did nothing wrong. You won. You won. The fool. Everything he did was show he was a fool. You recorded yourself. You self-snitched on yourself. Y'all want to be gangster so bad. That video just pissed me the off. Y'all gotta tighten up. Gucci Man won. You mean he still got his freedom, his beautiful wife, his beautiful kids, and that beautiful bank account. Gucci Man, what are you talking about? You won. You handle that situation like a player, like a boss, like you will. And get what? Nigga, we still smoking on whoever you want to smoke on. What do you talk about, man? Salute to you, Gucci Man. Whoever mad. So, it is what it is.
So shout out to Woody, man. Always no disrespect, man. He's one of the most interesting people out of Atlanta. I always got to check in with what Woody's saying, man. Always. We can't stop, won't stop. Okay, but 6ix9ine reacted. Okay, this one was pretty savage. All right, 6ix9ine said, "LMAO. The worst part about this is his wife is watching this for the first time, and I know he told her a whole nother story. Smoking on Pookie Loke tonight. Okay, this is tragic. All right." one person who hasn't responded, and I've been desperately searching for any semblance for any semblance of a reaction to this, okay? I'm searching, I'm racking my brains, I'm not finding it nowhere, okay? I need to hear from young Jeezy, the snowman. What does Jeezy think about Gucci Mane getting robbed? I've got to know. There's not really been a response. He out here just clapping, enjoying himself, touching the stage. I don't know if this is a response.
I on my hike, I on my walk. I just want to tap in with y'all, see how you feeling.
He grinning, he knows.
The first thing that came to mind today was, when you've been surviving for so long, and that's the question, when we gonna live? And I know some people, you might have heard that and thought, I ain't got it like that, I ain't get it like that yet. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like when you gonna live, like when you gonna do the things that refuel you, recharge you, do the things that make you feel alive, I used to pop plenty bottles, you know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of fun. But I'd be lying if I told you that just taking these walks is living. You know what I mean? Just
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world.
I don't know. That's obviously not a response. But look, he on stage, he having a great time. He can't be disturbed. I see the way he's smirking. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're saying if everything around seems dark, look again. You may be the light. Keep elevating. Vegas, we back next week. Who pulling up? All right, people wonder. Come on, please let us know what happened. All right, at least pop out in a yellow tracksuit to troll. But we're getting a few different reactions from different people. Okay, Rollo reacted. All right, he reacted in a comment. He basically said, let me show you what Rollo said. I've got it in my document here. Rollo said, man, who the F recorded this video and why they even let the N-word record this video? Big 30, why'd you record that video? I don't understand why that happened, Big 30. I don't understand why that happened. Why is this video out? You're the only person who's... What? None of this is making sense. So the Florida defense team would break down the legal side of the situation and explain why, despite the video, some of the accused got bond, but Pooh Shiesty didn't. Can't wait to hear their explanation for this. Why is Big 30 out here walking around?
How did everybody get bond and they have this video?
That's a good question about everybody getting bond or the difference is the standard in federal court. When someone hasn't actually been killed or have a really bad record, I find it, in my practice, I have found it easier to have someone even charged with serious crimes get released on, like the federal courts have a more favored system of letting an accused be out. I mean, it's more, they give almost more deference. I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty. And so it is really much harder for someone to be held without bond. And even when they get released, most of the time you don't have to post monetary, like financial bond, like you do in state court. So a lot of times I've had clients charged in federal court drug trafficking or drug charges, and they're out just on their own recognizance or for their signature without monetary requirements like you would in state court. So it's not, I wouldn't read too much into it if someone happens to be out on release. However, Pooh Shiesty is a little different because he was already out on some sort of supervision, and then this allegedly violated that. So that's the only thing. And then I think the co-defendants are going to try to minimize, which we already saw in some of the pleadings where the co-defendant said, my client didn't have as much to do with it or didn't really have that big of a role, and so they should be able to get out.
So I'm not sure I'm buying it. Okay, they're saying, oh, ain't that serious? No one's dead, all right? They could get a little bond. But here's the thing. She was basically going to explain what the next steps in the case are and what kind of defense strategy could potentially minimize Pooh Shiesty's prison time. But the idea that Pooh Shiesty's not going to go down for this is just absurd at this point. It's all simply about minimizing prison time and just lowering the amount of time that he's going to serve eventually.
But the point is you look first to authenticate the video. The government's going to have to authenticate it. And was it lawfully?
Bro, I can't lie. I really dislike these lawyers because they just talk such nonsense. Authentic. What do you mean authenticate the video, bro? I've authenticated that shit 1,000. It's fake. It's that, bro. Bro. Come on, authenticate the video. What kind of nonsense? Oh no, the video is not authentic. Like that's gonna fly. Prove it.
We obtained, like whose phone did it get taken off of? Was it pursuant to a search warrant? Was the warrant valid? Those are the ways you try to attack it. But if it is what it is authentic. It was seized and collected lawfully, then is it relevant? I think so. And then we have the whole issue about recording someone without their knowledge. Is Gucci Mane aware that it's being recorded? Like, who's doing the recording? Is it a two-party state? Florida is a two-party state. You can't record somebody without their permission or without their knowledge. And so I don't know. Was this done surreptitiously? I have no idea. But those are some of the issues. Apparently, Texas is a one-party state. Texas, boy, I tell you. So it may not matter. It may be okay. Still might be some potential objections or defenses to that. And then again, if it is what it is, I'm like going to my client, like, what is up with this? What can I say about this? Tell me, give me the other side of the story. Now, whether
that's why his last lawyer dropped him. He said, what can we do about this? He ain't got no answer for that. He said, I can just go. Rock in a sock, a lock in a sock. That's what he said. I think Brad Cohen said, what are we going to do about this? He just said, a rock and a sock in jail with a lock and a sock. I can just go.
whether or not that'll come out, but it helps because sometimes there is. Sometimes, anytime you have this, the only angle that we or the defense could have is what is the context? What happened before this? What happened after? Right? But otherwise, he might just be cooked.
Is that a reason? The contract it's screwing him?
No, I'm saying that his side is like, but what? How do I know that somebody didn't have a gun to him just before that video was shot? How do I know? I mean, I don't know the context.
Okay, that's nonsense. We're going to move on. I thought she would have better insights than that. But Say Cheese would release a little breakdown with Rollo basically right before the footage dropped, and Rollo would explain, and he building hella houses right now. Shout out to Rollo, man. He on legit business timing. But he would explain why he defended Gucci Mane despite Gucci Mane never sending him anything while he was locked behind bars.
Everybody continue to bash me and say, well, Gucci Mane did this and that to Pooh Shiesty while he was incarcerated, right? I was with Gucci Mane every day before I went to jail. I've been with his wife and everything. Nigga, Gucci Mane never sent me no dollar while I was in prison. My whole 6 years, Gucci ain't sent me not one red penny. You get what I'm saying? Did I get out and bash him and say, oh, ain't sent me no money or nothing like that? No, I ain't say that. Because he helped me before I went to jail. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, when like females, for example, whenever I go to jail, I don't have it in my head that nobody's supposed to stay down.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all.
Down for me. I don't have it in my head that my bitch ain't gonna fuck. I don't have it in my head that these niggas supposed to do anything for me. In my head, I'm finna go fuck this shit out. However I gotta do it by myself. So what I'm saying is, I can't. I don't know how Shiesty felt. You smell me? He might have been destroyed by that shit. He might have felt the same way I feel about these niggas that owe me money for all these bricks and bills. He probably feel like that on the music side. You smell me?
So he obviously was disgruntled with Gucci Mane. A lot of people were disgruntled with Gucci Mane. Doesn't mean you can go around robbing them and sticking them up at gunpoint and kidnapping them. But Rollo would also say that Pooh really messed up, and that if he was going to handle business in a street way, he should have waited at least until he was off house arrest. He jumped the gun.
Guaranteed $100 million.
For sure.
Guaranteed. So like, I think, and then I got a great friend. That nigga had Big 30. Big 30 wrote the whole bid with him. Like, was saying free Shiesty the whole time. That means you got good companionship. You got a real nigga that right here by you, Big 30, supported this nigga the whole bid. I don't know how much Big 30 sent him financially, but internet-wise, spiritually, and emotionally, Big 30 was doing his own little thing, got his own little small fan base, and he was supporting real heavy. So like, that shit matter. That shit matter. Like, what matter is, I lost everything. They took every account. They took every house. They took every car. I was broke. My mama was riding a motor bus. You hear what I'm saying? So if you got to start, I had a hell of a start. I had to do interviews with you to run my bag up. I had to do interviews with other niggas to run my bag up. I had to go take little club money here, down, and invest all this shit in real estate just to get back to where I'm at. And I think that Pooh Shiesty had the best fucking rollout as possible. No in the world was hotter than this man, bro. So in my opinion, I just think it was a bad move for him. Even if he wanted to handle the business on Gucci, I respect the game. You could have handled that business another kind of way. Like, just wait. Sit in the woods. Wait till you get out here, house arrest and handle the business. I love Gucci Man. I ain't saying I want that for him. I don't want that for him or his wife or his kids. I want him to continue to strive.
So he would also basically explain that going to a lawyer would have been the best option as far as trying to get this contract straightened out. Because now we go into a lawyer to try and get bail and try and beat this case that's unbeatable. He should have just tried to handle this the business way, but he is an idiot. He is dumb.
And Gucci, Pooh Shiesty recouped, but Gucci didn't pay him what he was owed, which was like $10 million.
If that's true, then all he had to do is goddamn get the lawyers. The same he paying lawyers right now. Shiesty been paying lawyers since I heard of the nigga. You smell me? He could have paid a lawyer half of what he paid the lawyers for his case, and if he in the right, it would have been resolved. Gucci would have had to pay him, in my opinion.
Now that we look, I mean, and this is all public information. We're not speaking on stuff that's not already out there. But he was allegedly held at gunpoint and forced to sign a contract. And I'll be watching your streams and shit. And you felt like it was a rookie move. Like, I think you said that. I'm just quoting you, man. I'm just quoting you. But you felt like what Pooh Shiesty did was a rookie move, right?
Pooh Shiesty went to the feds around veterans, around niggas like myself. You smell me? I got found guilty of shooting 4 people in the bluff, right? I went to trial. The judge found me delinquent. I shot Greg and a couple more motherfuckers, right? Ever since that day, I was accused of stepping on countless niggas. Ever since that day, I was accused of stepping on countless niggas. Like, it ain't what you do, baby. It's how you do it. Smell me? Like, Pooh Shiesty know goddamn well he done slept in the bed. He had so much time to plan whatever he was gonna plan to do. And it just going to Staples and all this type of shit that I'm hearing and seeing, it just wasn't no good move in my opinion. I just think that was just an extreme rookie move, and I think that
it was dumb as hell, okay? Now, you're probably wondering how Pooh Shiesty's feeling about all this. He's probably upset. He's probably down bad. No, a picture of him in jail has just surfaced, and he looks as happy as Larry. He looks gassed. He's the biggest fish in there. He's right back in his natural habitat. He knows exactly his place in the feds, all right? He spent years there. People saying, buddy, love the life you live in. Let him do him. He's going to be on an interview in about 20 years saying this shit wasn't worth it, right? It's just a fact, okay? He in there, he's smiling because he got a trick up his sleeve. No, he hasn't. All right. He flexing some gold teeth, some diamond teeth. That's it. He ain't playing GTA 6. All right. It's just complete crash dummy time. And it's embarrassing. This is the state of things. He's thinking this is cool. He still thinks this is cool. He's happy. He's smiling. So I'll let you guys know if I hear anything else. All right. But this is just a disaster. It's just embarrassing. Okay. Imagine going out this way. Imagine having all that money and clout and fame and success and just this great opportunity to be an incredible artist to change the game. He was the hottest rapper and the highest charting rapper on Billboard at a certain point. I think like last Christmas, FDO was like number 12 on Billboard. Hottest rapper. Everybody else just getting lapped by Pooh Shiesty. And look how he went out. Absolute crash dummy behavior. Can't condone it. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Congratulations, you found Perscolas. We train people for careers in IT. careers that allow people to build amazing